It's time to enter another dimension, that of music, good time memories. That's right, it's another Feel Good Friday with the Internet Radio Man's RWL number 162, the Commish, and it all starts now.
Middle of the road, he's trying to find me. I'm standing in the middle of life with my pants behind me. I got a smile for everyone I meet, as long as you don't try dragging my bag or dropping the bomb on my street. Now, come on, baby, get in the road. Come on now, in the middle of the road, yeah. In the middle of the road, you see the darndest things, like fat guys driving round in jeeps through the city wearing big diamond rings and silk suits, past corrugated tin shacks full of kids. So man, I don't mean a Hampstead nursery. When you own a big chunk of the bloody third world, the babies just come with the scenery. Now come on, baby, get in the road. Come on now, in the middle of the road, yeah. Cul-de-sac. I can't get from the cab to the curb without some little jerk on my back. Don't harass me, can't you tell I'm going home? I'm tired as hell, I'm not the cat I used to be. I got a kid, I'm 33, baby. Get in the road. Come on now, in the middle of the road, yeah.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. Getting hard to sleep, blood is in my dreams. Love is killing me, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm trying to figure it out. I let it go, cause I won't see you later when we're not allowed to talk it out. I said I'd go, put myself on the show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I broke my shoe, take a plan on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I won't see you later when we're not allowed to figure it out. Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cut some teeth, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do when I'm stuck on you. I'm here trying to figure it out. I let it go, cause I won't see you later when we're not allowed to talk it out. I said I'd go, put myself on the show, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I broke my shoe, take a plan on you, but you didn't know I planned it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I won't see you later when we're not allowed to figure it out.
For another rousing edition here on RadioWilderLive.com. And what a show the Internet Radio Man has put together for you today. It's Radio Wilder Live for the entire universe, and especially for you in your neighborhood. Now, here's Harry.
Hey, RadioWilderLive.com, number 162, the Commish. What is that? Who is that? My dear friend, Robbie Sampson. I'm going to kind of make this show a little bit about Robbie, his brothers, requests, poker, and the biggest dish of ice cream or ice cream cone I've ever seen anybody have or eat. So this is all going to be fun for you. My friend Robbie Sampson, who I met on a Love Boat cruise, and we'll talk about that later, did not turn out to be a love boat for either one of us, but it was a great cruise because Robbie's my pal, and I've met several of his friends too. So Robbie reached out to us last week on his own, and he'd asked us to play 3 requests for his 3 brothers, Jerry, Eve Sellis, Randy, and Jeff. And I absolutely said we'd be thrilled to play it, and we're going to. And this is the first time we're ever going to play 3 in a row, and we will play 3 in a row. So that will be coming up later. We'll talk a little bit more about Mr. Sampson and our exploits together and poker times together and just good times. He's a very good friends of Marlene too. What does the commish mean? He is the commissioner of several leagues. We call him the commissioner because Robbie's rules are final, and Robbie is as fair as it comes for a commissioner. So here we go. We started off with Dave started off. He went right in the middle of the road. Nothing middle of the road about this show. Chrissy and the Pretenders coming home like a commander. Then one I heard the other day that I really like, got a good rock out of Royal Blood. Figure it out. So that got us off to a rockin' and a rollin' start. We have a sticky today. And let me see here how far we go down for our sticky. We're going for an old time. I bet Robbie did a little disco to this band. I think he did do disco to this band. I think it's in the second half of the show. Tears for Fears. I think that's where we got that out for the boys. Yeah, we'll have that down the road a little bit. And so we got a little of that. We got a triple request coming up. So I think it's going to be an excellent, excellent show. Weather outside is 58 degrees, 85. We were making a joke the other day, Dave and I, about having a weather forecast. And I think Dave will bring one in for us. It's 85 all year long. It's 3% humidity, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get on with the music. Let's get on with the fun on the Commish show. And I ended the Commish show with a kind of a jam that I liked, Post Toasty by Tommy Bolin off Private Eyes. I liked it because people reached out last week after the payback. And they're kind of a long tune. We ended the show with Mr. James Brown. So I thought, I'm going to pop this in and end the Commissioner's show with a big old monster. But as always, we start off every single show with the little ones, the kiddies, and the folks involved in the Be Kind People project. So Robbie, this is what we do at every show. I know you listen. I could tell by what you sent. So before we get underway with the RadioWilderLive.com number 162, the Commish, Dave, give us that loving, caring music. The Be Kind Pledge. I will be encouraging, be supportive, be positive, be helpful, be honest, be considerate, be thankful, be responsible, be respectful, and the show fave, of course, be a friend. The other thing I wanted to do, it all worked out nicely this week. This is a week we're going to be doing Howard Steele and his hour-long, 2-hour-long, 8-hour-long rock and roll extravaganza, plus an equipment upgrade. So I thought, well, what better? I want to make sure we're in plenty good shape, treat Robbie right, the Commission's show, and Howard. And so what day am I doing this show on? On my birthday, March the 3rd. And I'm happy to do it, Robbie, on my birthday. So without further, you know what, Dave? I don't know what the lineup it looks like. So can we just go with 4 real quick, Dave? 3 plus 1, 5 minus 1, 10 minus 6. You know all that stuff, Robbie. You know how to add, don't you? So we'll see if Dave does. Okay? All right, take her away, Davey.
Drags me down the drain. Your words drive me insane. Your words can only bring me pain. I ain't got time to waste. Save me. I said save me. Crying shame.
kiss. That's where it is. Oh, kiss him and squeeze him tight and find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, is there in his kiss about the way he acts? Oh no, that's not the way, and you're not listening to all I say. If you wanna know if he loves you so, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh yeah, it's in his kiss. That's where it is. Oh, kiss him and squeeze him tight and find out what you wanna know. If it's love, if it really is, is there in his kiss about the way he acts? Oh no, that's not the way, and you're not listening to all I say. If
Oh,
you
baby, this is the Wolfman hanging with my pal Harry on RadioWilderLive.com, playing the best music in the entire universe.
She used to be such an innocent girl. Never heard a so good grades in school. But something's changed, you can't ignore. What happened to the favorite girl next door? She stays up late, all hours of the night. She throws them back and ain't afraid to fly. Smoking, drinking, and sniffing glue. What happened to the girl that I once knew? Baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad. There's no turning back. And now mom and dad are sad, but baby's gone bad. I gotta know what's on her mind. What made a pleasant girl turn slow with the light? I always liked her the way she was. Instead of my love, she takes the money and the drugs. Baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad. There's no turning back. And now mom and dad are sad, but baby's gone. I guess we'll never know the truth. How did that girl become so rude? Baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad now. You know my baby's gone bad, baby's gone bad. There's no turning back. And now mom and dad are sad. And now mom and dad are sad. And now mom and dad are sad. My baby's gone bad.
Each time we have a quarrel, it almost breaks my heart. 'Cause I'm so afraid that we will have to part. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be teenager in love. One day I feel so happy, the next day I feel so sad. I guess I'll learn to take the good with the bad. 'Cause each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. If you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? I cried a tear for nobody but you. I'll be a lonely one if you should say we're through. Well, if you want to make me cry, that won't be so hard to do. And if you should say goodbye, I'll still go on loving you. Each night I ask the stars up above, why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love? Why must I be a teenager in love?
Oldest show on our show, oldest song, Dion, Heartbreaker, a teenager in love, off of the Rock and Roll Graffiti radio play only La Bove Library disc 15. Then before that, My Baby's Gone Bad, Kurt Baker, In Orbit. He's always in orbit. I think he recorded that in Spain. And then Shoop Shoop, that's it. It's in His Kiss. Betty Everett, you got to have it coming out of the malt shop memories. Got to have that every 20, 30, maybe 40 shows. Then brand new, former coolest song of the week in the Underground Garage, Save Me from Stupidity. Something that happens all the time on this show, reigns supreme here. But that was a good rocker, wasn't it? I like it. So before I go off and take one of the little tours that we like, I think we can get a 5-banger before the deuces. We have some duties. So the first duty is we want to introduce and say hello to our pal, Alexa. Do you know who the commissioner is?
This might answer your question. According to Wikipedia, a chief of police is the title given to an appointed official or an elected one in the chain of command of a police department, particularly in North America. A chief of police may also be known as a police chief or sometimes just a chief, while some countries favor other titles such as commissioner or chief constable.
Yeah, well, thank you. I don't think Rumpy is the chief constable or, well, I asked her a question. She gave me an answer. So welcome to the show, Alexa. And what do you think about everything, Grayson? You happy to have a lively show like this called The Commissioner? What do you mean? It's negative to you? Okay, that's better. He enjoys it. He likes it. So we'll have that. So we start. First duty is introduce, of course, some of the members of the show. And the next duty is we're going to have to take a moment. We're going to 2 things we want to do, Dave. I'd like to do. Why don't we take a time? Go out to. Let's go over to stage 4. It's got that kind of gray violet light on there. Let's let the folks, our fine sponsors, let them have a couple of minutes in what's known commonly as a commercial break.
What's not to love about being on the open road in an RV or relaxing on a lake in your boat? If you're an owner-operator of a storage facility, this is where you come in. RV ownership is evolving. Sales are up 40% with new highs predicted in 2021. Americans need a safe place to park their big toys and need big protection, and you can give them that with Tenant Property Protection's TPP Plus plan. The first storage property protection for RV and boat owners. TPP Plus offers one-of-a-kind storage property protection for RVs and boats and a new source of revenue for you. It offers all the first like accidental damage, waiver and deductible reimbursement coverage. First-class tenant property protection for on-site accidents, external, internal damage, and theft of contents up to $250. And first-rate claim service experience. Get started with TPP Plus. Call 877-575-7774 or go online to tenantpropertyprotection.com/plus to find out more.
In the Southwest, there's one chili that's just right. Wolf brand, 'cause it's made for ways to please each appetite. Wolf brand, chunks of beef and special spices. Plus a choice of beans entices folks who never even had a single bite. Wolf brand! Neighbor, how long's it been since you had a big, thick, steaming bowl of Wolf brand chili? Well, that's too long.
All right. Coming back, a little rock and roll triv. You can cue that music up, Dave. See, Dave likes this because when he used to run stations in Guam and other places, he'd have 6 or 8 things to do. Slowly but surely, we're giving him 6 or 8 things to do over here. It overwhelms me, but not him. So, you got the rock and roll triv up? All right, and then what we're going to do, a birthday treat for me, is we're going to do a 5-banger before we go up to the deuces. And after the deuces, triple request. Dave might have a special name. He calls a 3-stack, but maybe there's something special for 3 requests in a row. We've never done it before. I don't even think we've done 3 requests on a show, but for the commissioner, for Robster, we're more than happy to do it. All right, the marimba belongs to which family of instruments? The strings, the wind, or percussions? That should be easy. Somebody who has drumsticks in his hand. It is percussions. Okay, well, I think we got that out of the way. Gracie's happy. So we got a nice, I believe we can do 5, and I'm going to hit 5, whether we can or we can't, and then we'll come back, button up to the deuces, and go into that. So, Land Sakes Alive, let's hit 5. Dave, you know you can do it, baby. You know, I don't want to rhyme anymore and say things like thrive when you do it, Dave, or it just gets corny, doesn't it? So just shut me off and play 5.
Ravi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I had 3 requests for you. One for my brother Jerry. I'd like to hear Eve Sellis, Pocket Full of Stones. For my brother Randy, I'd like to hear from the Siegel Schwall Band, Hey Billie Jean. And from my brother Jeff, I'd like to hear Sounds of Silence by Simon and Garfunkel. Hey, love the show. You guys are doing great. You have my address. Thank you.
Keep your ears on, Robbie, because we've got that coming up for you in just a little bit. Right here on RadioWilderLive.com.
I saw the harbor lights. They only told me we were parting. The same old harbor lights that once brought you to me. I watched the harbor lights. How could I help if tears were starting? Goodbye to tender nights beside the silvery sea. I love to hold you dear and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering. So other harbor lights will steal your love from me. I love to hold you dear and kiss you just once more. But you were on the ship and I was on the shore. Now I know lonely nights, for all the while my heart is whispering. So the harbor lights will steal your love from me.
Wilder and the Internet Radio Man, keeping it alive with 5.
Do you remember back in 1966? Country Jesus, hillbilly blues, that's where I learned my lick. From coast to coast and line to line to every county there. I'm talking about that outlaw X's cutting through the air. Anywhere, y'all. Everywhere, y'all. I heard it on the X.
why, but this old town just seems so hopeless. I ain't really sure, but it seems I remember the good times with just a little bit more in focus. But when she puts her arms around me, I can somehow rise above it. Yeah, man, when I got that little girl standing right by my side, you know, I can tell the whole wide world that shout it, hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Down to the end of a day, I have to stop, ask myself why I've done it. It just seems so useless to have to work so hard and nothing ever really seemed to come from it. And then she looks me in the eye and says we gon' last forever, man, you know I can't begin to die, honey. No, it just feels so good, so free, so right. I know we ain't never gonna change our minds about it. Hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Yeah, she looks so right. She is all I need tonight. Watch your walk. Every time it seems like ain't nothing left no more, I find myself having to reach out and grab hold of something. Yeah, I just catch myself wondering, waiting, worrying about some silly little things don't add up to nothing. And then she looks me in the eye, says we gon' last forever, man, you know I can't begin to doubt it. Oh, 'cause it just feels so good, so free, so right. I know we ain't never gonna change our minds about it. Hey, here comes my girl. Here comes my girl. Yeah, she looks so right. She is all I need tonight. That's right.
Day is night in New York City. Smoke like water runs inside. Still out of the trees to pity every living thing that's died. Gonna hit you right, head for the other side. Leave it all behind, never change my mind. Gonna sail away, sunlight's another day. Freedom on my mind, carry me away for the last time. Oh yeah.
right back to Strider Pant Northgate, here in the speakers, here in Boston, 1976. Yeah. And then Tom Petty, Cher's favorite rock and roller, doing Here Comes My Girl. Tom's greatest hits, 93, Hitch a Ride, 76, Heard It on the X. That's where I learned my licks, 66, off Fandango, one of their great, maybe the top 2 albums. And it says Harbor Lights by the Platters, 2005. If you go back, that baby, I don't know if it might equal the 59. I know you can knock off 45 or 43 off of it, but who cares? We're playing some music. Dave Edmunds, Take Me for a Little While, 79. Been covered many times. We like it. We love it here at The Wagon. So after a 5-banger, because we come out of the chute on the other side with Robbie's 3 brothers, we got Jerry, we got Randy, we got Jeff in their own little threesome, and that's how I'm going to keep them. I think, Dave, it's time to take ourselves a little sponsor break right now. We'll save rock and roll trivia for a little later. We'll do a sponsor break right now. And I think stage 1, it's got the kind of the red, black light kind of burnished together. So let's see what the sponsors have to say. They got some fine quality products for you. And there's also some important messages that may help you and save your life. All right, Dave, take her away.
You worked too hard, you ate too much, the cheesecake made you greedy. Let your aching head and stomach hear this message from old Speedy. Alka-Seltzer, plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz, oh, what a relief it is. Ah, those Speedy Alka-Seltzer bubbles burst into action to relieve your upset stomach and aching head fast. Use only as directed. Oh, what a relief it is. What a relief.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Okay, there we go. Well, coming up to the deuces, we're gonna do Dear Prudence, the Beatles, and the cover is very strange and very different. And I think it was sent to me, of course, by one of the top contributors to the show. Well, he is the top contributor, Mike LeBove. He said, "Hey, Jerry Garcia does a good shot at this thing," and he certainly does. Jerry banged that out in 82, so why don't we go in and have a very special, I always call the Deuces a special. We'll come back out and we'll talk about Mr. Sampson and the 3 as they come up. All right, Dave, Deuces or Wilder time.
It's time for Deuces or Wilder on RadioWilder.com. Harry's favorite musical fix, the greatest cover songs of all times. There are millions of covers, but only the most awesome make it to the Deuces or Wilder collection. And every show features a Deuces selection. Now, here's this week's Deuces are Wilder.
The brand new
Dear Prudence, won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, greet the brand new day. The sun is up, the sky is blue, it's beautiful, and so are you, dear Prudence. Won't you come out to play? Dear Prudence, let me see you smile. Dear Prudence, I like a little child. The wind is low, the birds will sing that you are part of everything. Dear Prudence, won't you open up your eyes? Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Dear Prudence, let me see you smile. Dear Prudence, like a little child. The clouds will be a daisy chain, so let me see you smile again, dear Prudence. Won't you let me see you smile? Look around, round, round. Look around, round, round. Look around, round.
Good cover. You're right, Mike. That works very didn't sound like Jerry, except for a little couple of the parts. They had the horns in there, and that was off the Run for the Roses, expanded 1982. It was a bonus track, and the Beatles, of course. I think it was on a couple others, but this came off the White Album. Well, as I leaned forward and looked back and started to think, I have way too many things to talk about with Robbie, so I know the fans like to hear their music, so I can't take 7 days. But I will tell you how Robbie and I met. We were both poker players, had not met. We played at the Fort McDowell Casino here in Phoenix, in Scottsdale, I guess it is. And my dad came to me and said, look, I won this cruise playing poker, and I can't go on it. I don't feel like going. It's not the trip, anything I want. It's worth X amount of dollars. If you give me this, I'll let you go and you take Diane. I said, okay. Well, Diane and I were, at that particular time, let's just say, we were skiing downhill. But we went on the boat, not thinking it was going to be the Love Boat, but we went on it. It's a poker cruise put on by Card Player magazine. I think it was. Yeah. And so Mr. Sampson, on the other hand, instead of with a married woman, Mr. Sampson got himself a blind date, met her, and the two of them decided to go romancing on the high seas. And so we landed in Miami. Diane and I did. In the afternoon, late afternoon, we're going to board the ship in probably 1 or 2 o'clock. They have a kind of a little opening cocktail party or opening something in the afternoon next day. So in the morning, the Saturday morning, the day of the cruise, I just went out of our room and I was wandering around, and it was a kind of a hotel where you could walk down the downstairs, a basement like, and it would take you to a mall. And so I went down and went to the mall. It was before the mall was open. You know, they had all those fences on the stores, on the shops. So there was another guy down there, Mr. Sampson. He was doing the same as me. So we met up, talked a little bit, and, we exchanged the fact that we came from the same casino and this and that. And said, well, maybe I'll see you later. And I think he told me I said, wow, you're the blind date, huh? All right, Robbie. I didn't know him or anything else about him, but I said, okay, good. And so that afternoon, we got on the cruise, Diane and I did, and we went downstairs and sat at a table. And here comes Robbie down the steps. And I said, well, come over and sit with us, wait for your date. Well, he waited and waited, and the date didn't show. And so, we hung out, and I forgot all the stuff that we did after and saw him 1 or 2 times. So after a couple of days, apparently Robbie and his date were not connecting on the kind of effort or availability that they might have both thought going forward. And certainly Diane and I were not doing anything great. Instead of the Love Boat, it started to look like the divorce court cruise. And then Robbie's he was on the rocky seas himself. Long story short, Robbie never, let me just say it this way. The person Robbie was with before she and Robbie, I don't know how to say this, Robbie, the right way, because I really don't know exactly the right way. Let's just say the people that got together, not Robbie, but another gentleman, they actually ended up a fair amount of time later. Rob, I don't remember how much it was, but it wasn't that long. And they met each other and they ended up getting married. And I think Robbie got invited to the wedding. So I'm not laughing because I wasn't doing any better over on my side. It became very apparent to me that this was the divorce cruise. So Robbie and I kept in touch, and he said, well, here's how we kept in touch. He said, look, I play in this Aces and Ace Invitational Tournament in California, and would you like to go out there and play in it? It's invitation only. They'll take a look at you the first time or two. If you don't flow with the group, then they're not going to invite you back again. If you do, there are very good players out there, and we didn't know how each other played. Robbie played in tournaments and stuff, and I didn't know much about him. I said, great. So we kept in touch, and I went out there with Diane and said, let's go. So we went, and that started Robbie's and my 26-year friendship. And We've played poker together. We always roomed together around the road. And Robbie's one of the few people that he would keep the TV on all night. It didn't bother me because I go to bed with the TV. And so we've had a great, wonderful relationship. We both love sports betting. I've met some of Robbie's great friends, consider them friends of mine. And we'll go over to Sunday, watch football games together. And we've done a lot of wonderful things. Marlene's included in that. Had lots of fun. Met Robbie's mom, and I met Mort, her husband. He's a great guy. I met Jerry. I did not meet Randy or Jeff, but I did meet Jerry several times, was at his house in California. So I feel close to the Commish and his family, and it was, we've hung out in Vegas. He's been with me at the World Series. First time I ever won my way to the World Series, Robbie was one of the very first people I called, and all my poker buddies were excited. When I went to that tournament in California, the very first one, I ended up becoming friends with several of the guys. And after about a year or so, one of them, Jay Moriarty, took me in the kitchen and said, listen, you're not a very good tournament player. I can see you're a cash game player, and I'm sure you play decently in a cash game. He said, but this is a whole different kind of world tournament poker. So if you really want to get good, you have good people reading skills. He said, come out here and play the tough guys in LA and Vegas, and they'll either break you, you'll learn how to play, or you'll be successful. I said, well, they're not going to break me because I'm not going to go out and wildly gamble. If I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough. 3 years later, I got to the point where I thought I could play with them. And I went up to Vegas and won my way into the World Series. One of my proudest moments. And again, I called the Commish. And one other thing I promised you in the show, well, the Commish and I and Marlene were over at, I forgot what the name of one of the little casinos, smaller casinos. And Robbie either won or bought, I'm going to exaggerate maybe, but not much, a 4 or 5 scoop monster. It was awesome. And Robbie piled it down. Now I might go for 3 or 4 myself when the moment was right. But I love you, Robbie. And I'm happy to, and Marlene and I are both happy to call you our friend, dear friend. And I'd do anything for you. And I got a feeling if I had to call on you, that you would for me. So we're going to do a triple, 3 requests in a row for Jerry. We are going to do Pocket Full of Stones by Eve Salas. And then follow it up for Randy, the Siegel Schwal. This is a pretty cool song. Hey, Billie Jean, it's done live. This is the reunion concert. And then for Jeff, we're going to finish it off with Sounds of Silence. So we're going to do that 3, and then we'll come back and take a look. But I want to make sure we do the 3 special little segment for Robbie and Robbie's brothers. So we'll take it away, folks, and let Eve lead us off.
He is leaning on the signpost. He's got nothing left but time. He is just another old man that people pass by, but across the busy midway, a little boy's been watching him. He walks up and says, hey, mister, don't you have a friend? And the old man gently smiles, and the boy is not afraid. He says, I want to share my treasure. It might make everything okay. I've got a pocket full of stones. All of them are lucky. They might guide you home. They're not make-believe. This one is for love. That's what Mama says we all need. Here, why don't you take some? You might need them more than me. What's your name? The man says Charlie. And the boy says mine is Pete. Take as many as you want, sir. a good one that once laughter. And look, this one stops the rain. See my mom over there watching. She likes the white one, it's for grace. And Charlie's eyes filled up with tears. Just knowing someone cares. He just gave the gift of kindness and played God's angel unaware. I've got a pocket full of stones. All of them are lucky. They might guide you home. They're not make-believe. This one is for love. That's what Mama says we all need. Here, why don't you take some? You might need 'em more than me. I've got a pocket full of stones. All of them are lucky. They might guide you home. They're not make-believe. This one is for love. That's what Mama says we all need. Here, why don't you take some? You might need 'em more than me. You might need 'em more than me. Got a pocket full of stones. A pocket full of lucky stones, yeah. This one's for love. This one stops the rain.
Hey, Billie Jean, what you doing down here? What you doing down here? Just stomping your feet or chug-a-lugging your beer. Now I've been trying all week long. I've been just getting ready to go back home. I've been just getting ready to go back home. I've been just getting ready to go back home. Hey, Billie Jean, I like your motorcycle style. Are we gonna make our time worthwhile? Don't you know I'm crazy about the natural star? You don't act like a lady, but you know how to love. You don't act like a lady, but you know how to love. You don't act like a lady, but you know how to love. Gonna get you, Billie Jean. What you doing down? Just stomping your feet and chug-a-lucking your beer. Now I've been trying all week long. I've been just getting ready to go back home. I've been just getting ready to go back. Just getting ready to go back. Just getting ready to go back. Just getting ready to go back home. I'm gonna get you, Billie Jean.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of a street lamp. I turned my collar to the cold and damp, when my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. Split the night and touch the sound of silence, and in the naked light I saw 10,000 people, maybe more, people talking without speaking, people hearing without listening, people writing songs that voices never shared. No one did disturb the sound of silence. Fool, said I, you do not know, silence like a cancer grows. Hear my words that I might teach you, take my arms that I might reach you, but my words like silent raindrops fell, echoing the wells of silence, and the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made, and the sign flashed out its warning in the words that it was forming, and the sign said the words of the prophets are written on the subway walls, the tenement halls, whispering the sounds of silence.
So I got a little ahead of myself with the excitement of Billie Jean. Eve Sellis let us off with Pocket Full of Stones, and she does one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard called Do You Know Me? Wow, if that doesn't bring tears to your eyes, we're going to have to stick that in. We've played it before, and Robbie gave it to us, and we're going to go out and do it again. So 3 for you, Robbie, 3 for your brothers, and we're honored to be able to play them. Well, I think so we can keep the heat, light, and rent going on here, I think we're going to have to, what do you think, Gracie? Time to do a little sponsor break?
No.
You have to do a sponsor break on this show, Grayson, or the heat, light, and everything else will go under. Now do you understand we have to do a sponsor break?
No.
All right, well, I'm going to override you right now, and we're going to take a little sponsor break, Dave. Take us out there to studio, let's see, stage 1 with a kind of a turquoise light on it. That'd be stage 5, would you?
What's not to love about being on the open road in an RV or relaxing on a lake in your boat? If you're an owner-operator of a storage facility, this is where you come in. RV ownership is evolving. Sales are up 40% with new highs predicted in 2021. Americans need a safe place to park their big toys and need big protection, and you can give them that with Tenant Property Protection's TPP Plus plan. The first storage property protection for RV and boat owners. TPP Plus offers one-of-a-kind storage property protection for RVs and boats and a new source of revenue for you. It offers all the firsts like accidental damage waiver and deductible reimbursement coverage. First-class tenant property protection for on-site accidents, external, internal damage, and theft of contents up to $250. And first-rate claim service experience. Get started with TPP Plus. Call 877-575-7774 or go online to tenantpropertyprotection.com/plus to find out more.
Don't forget, good people, you can't buy a better beer than good old CV beer. When you go to the baseball game, you know it just ain't no baseball game unless you got a good old cold bottle of CV in your hand or maybe a case on the left side. Now, that CV beer is flat good. I'm telling you, when you go to your favorite tavern or just any old joint, always order CV, Champagne Velvet, the beer, or the $1 million flavor. Don't forget, when you sit around home playing Canasca, or I could say something else, and listen to Red Hot and Blue, always have CV. Just go back in the Frigidaire, and if your old lady's got it crammed full of ham and eggs and all that, just pull them out and lay them on the floor and put that CV in there and get it cold, and always serve your friends CV, the beer with that new 1952 taste. You ought to taste that taste, the beer that is lighter and buying it better and drier. So don't forget to get CV. Always say CV for me and CV for Phillips. That's a good deal.
All right. Well, I think at this time, because I want to play a lot more music and I want to end it, we got the sticky coming up. Right after this, I think, is our sticky. In fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a Enquirer, going to the National Enquirer, the magazine of honesty and greatness, of course, the most honest, truthful newspaper left in America. And again, I don't know, people have asked me, has the Enquirer risen to the top? It's always been above the Star and Globe and those. How would I know all those magazines? Because I used to make up my library. That's why my grades weren't too great at school. But I think that the normal periodicals have fallen in the gutter. So I think the Enquirer's kind of gone up a little bit and they've gone down. But it doesn't matter, Dave. So take us out to the National Enquirer so we can read it off. I got a pretty cool little gift today from Grayson's gift shop that I now command. So let's go out there and see what the Enquirer has to say. Then we'll get back to hard rock and roll music.
It's a Radio Wilder news flash because inquiring minds want to know. Now, here's Harry with the details.
On RadioWilderLive.com. 75 years of the greatest rock and roll ever played, ever danced to, ever recorded, or ever done in concert. How about that? Now it's time, though, no matter how great the music is, Dave, you know where we need to go. All right, well, it's not a very positive cover, so I'm not going to read the sub. It's not good. And apparently the conspiracy exposed, the white supremacists caused the Capitol riot, the big old riot, because they said the wrong person's in the White House. It was a cheating election, so we're going to take over the Supreme Court, the White House, the House, and the Senate. That's what they say. I'm just reading it. That's all. Now, here's more important stuff from Hollywood. Shia is rebuffed. Pals fear he'll crack like an egg after gal pal Quayle. Wow, scandal scarred. They're talking about Margaret Quayle canned him. Well, it can happen in Hollywood. So, I don't know if that was so great. We moved that. Okay, I'm trying to keep. So over on the right here, in this particular issue, it has subs on the right-hand side. The right-hand read, we call it. Carrie saves her marriage. Kim and Kanye freak over gay gossip. And we're not going to read the third one because we don't need to do that. So here we go. Hollywood. And who do we have? Oh, Angie. About 6-7 people. Angie, dirty secrets that Angie is going to use will bolster the divorce case. How long has this divorce case been going on? It's gone on before the show. Oh, let's see. Pitt's pals have been a big influence on him, said the insider. Well, so have mine, like Robbie. There's nothing wrong with that. She's just digging up dirt, a desperate bid, and they're toxic on and on. No, okay, that's enough of that. Now, here's folks that have listened honestly and correctly and are devotees of the National Enquirer would know that I wouldn't call Will and Jada's marriage a thing to, well, it's just my opinion, but it doesn't seem like I'd go to them for love advice. But Sandra Bullock turns to Will and Jade for love advice. She's become buddies with them and asks them for serious love advice to keep her relationship going nice. Okay, then. That's nice. So we'll move that along nicely. We already talked about Bruce Willis. He's now called the COVIDiot of the week. We told you the story where he knocked somebody down in a Rite Aid store or something because they demanded he put a mask on. And the lockdown cage match saved Carrie's marriage, forced to confront the demons that were tearing them apart. She's married to a hockey player. Robbie loves hockey. Apparently, being together instead of going south, they ended up going north. That's what I would say. Okay, and then we have Ellen's crib notes. A baby will help them. I don't think so. Her show has crumbled, scandal-ridden, all kinds of trouble. Talked about Epstein and other kinds of things in there, and she thinks of bringing a baby into her marriage with Portia would actually bring it around, and it shows it here with some little baby outfit. 1-877-212-1942 if you'd like to take a look. Okay? All right. Really trying to keep the pages down. I'm very aware of it. Now, I didn't bring you this is kind of, well, you know what? It's the newspaper. It's Rocky. Here's a good one. Rocky is getting ready to pull his punches. He's moving to a big mansion with his wife of 25 years in Florida. He's not going to completely quit the movies, but he'd like to coast at the final bell at his $35 million West Palm Beach estate with Jennifer Flavin, his wife of 23 years. 7 bedrooms, 10 full bathrooms, and 2 half baths just in case, 2 guest houses, keyhole pool, and dock. Sly's been working his butt off for 2 decades. He's finally gotten the place where he can come home. Well, I'd say this. We played with a gentleman. Rocky himself looked very much like Sylvester in our early days of the Aces and Eights invitation only tournament. And Robbie can remember that. All right. Jen Gardner's opened her new mansions. It's a cheap one, though. $7.5 million, loaded with security, she said. Scientology, it's got always a little story. We got about 4 or 5 things here that resonate besides the individual players. You have your Hollywood, you have your London, you have the sewer. And then Scientology rears its head now and then. I don't know what all that means, but they've closed ranks and they're wary of trouble for their leader. And they're going to try to guard him. So David Miscavige is going to be safe. So Scientology closes ranks to help their man. Okay? Now, Kanye he's rocked by a gay sex scandal. There's nothing to it. Come on, Enquirer. Now you got to do a little bit better homework. I don't even know why I read it. It's just because it's in the middle of the National Enquirer. And of course, I am hoping I'll be fair and tell you the truth. This is a very square, honest program. We don't pay for grades. We tell the truth. I was hoping for that $2 billion divorce. Sorry, Dave, for whispering. I have to not whisper for Dave and not say the ALEXA too loud. All right. Let's see here. We got, looks like Harry, beating Harry. They call him Loch Ness's Harry New Look. That doesn't look like Harry at all to me. He's supposed to be sporting a ponytail. Oh, I don't know where that came from, but you never know. So then they have George Clooney. He's pudgy, pudding and pie. And apparently looks a little tubby because he had some role that he was in. He's blown up like a balloon. The 59-year-old star looked painfully gaunt for months after rapidly dropping 30 to play an alien scientist in his latest movie, The Midnight Sky. But apparently he's come back and found himself the In-N-Out Burger. Okay, now here's the section. Grayson, look at this. Look at it, Grayson. There you go. Do you see the UFOs? Do you see laying in there? Is that your dad? Look, see that picture? All right, well, reveals that Earth is in great danger from attacking space aliens. But despite a recent 3,000 document cache that was released by the CIA, the government is still finding ways to classify extraterrestrial information. And they're trying to hide it, keep it. There's a picture of maybe Grayson's dad right there, right in front of my face. I'm looking at it, okay? Lisa Marie's going under, and I think that's about it. Right now, I'm fighting to get an 80. I'm not going to read about the Capitol thing. I don't read anything political anymore. I can't stand politics anymore. And so, I should have done a better job editorializing this, you know? I should have. But I didn't, and so you're going to have to put up with it. Not every Enquirer is great. Even Arnold's plea, terminate the violence, he says. Outspoken Arnold Schwarzenegger, terminate the violence. Let's try to bring it all home, he said. Be peaceful together. Be like the 60s. I don't think that's going to happen for you, Arnie. So, here we go. Harry's struggling to get through the National Enquirer, hovering at an 80 right now. But we always have a chance to pick it up. And what's that? That's because we're Harry's number 2 segment of the show, Helpful Hits by Harry. So, let's see here what I can bring to you. How do you spell relief? A ping pong ball. Heartburn has a new foe. Scientists have found that implanting a silicone ping pong ball in the stomach can relieve the agonizing symptoms of acid indigestion. Steve, listen to this, Mr. Nagel. The small spherical device blocks the valve where acid can splash from the stomach back into the esophagus, the food pipe, and thus prevent that burning sensation that affects approximately 1 in 3. The name of the little ping pong ball is Reflux Stop. Maybe that's a .com. It doesn't say it, but check it out. There's a lot of people have a torture with it. Reflux, just like it's spelled, stop. It's together, so I feel like maybe if you popped a .com on it, you could find it. Cancer cells, they can't take the heat. Frying cancer cells with sizzling magnetic nanoparticles makes them respond a third more effectively to chemo treatments. A breakthrough study by researchers at University College London showed that chemo drugs were able to zap cancer cells more easily and quickly if the cells first received a dose of their own kryptonite, 104 degrees of heat delivered to them by magnetic particles. The new technique was described by the peer-reviewed journal Materials Chemistry B. This therapy has potential to reduce the side effects of chemotherapy. All right, now there's one. Come on. Check that out. See what it is. See if it makes some sense. Anything to relieve. We know so many people with cancer undergoing chemo or chemo and radiation. So if it helps any, if it speeds it up just a little bit, great. You know what? It's hard to get myself. Well, those two things right there. I'm gonna try to crawl up at an 81. Okay, I'll finish it at 81. So here, let me drop it. Oh, it hit the desk. Okay, so maybe I can redeem myself here with a little gift that I liked. This is. Let's see. What did we have? I was thinking of candy, delicious candy, and I like marshmallows and marshmallow candy. So I went out and found, I asked for some great marshmallow candy under 50, and I found it at NormanLoveConfections.com. NormanLoveConfections.com. Great marshmallow candy. $50. It's off from Norman's, his special 15-piece signature gift box. It's got 165 reviews, a shining 5-star. 15 gourmet chocolates from our signature collection, presented in an elegant, I like the green too, elegant green packaging, handcrafted, preservative-free, here's some samples, hot, dark chocolate. Of course, these are all have marshmallow, New York cheesecake, shot in the dark truffle, dulce de leche, Sicilian pistachio. Ooh, that sounds good. Ouzo mango, strawberry, Tahitian caramel, passion panna cotta, dark chocolate cream truffle, peanut butter and jelly, key lime, raspberry and hazelnut praline truffle. How about that? Ooh, man, I wish I'd have ordered that. NormanLoveConfections.com. All right, there we go. We come out of that alive, barely. But what does that do? That allows us to go immediately from there into the sticky Tears for Fears. They're an English pop rock band formed in Bath, England in 1981 by Roland Orsabal and Kurt Smith. The guys were in other different bands, and their first band, Mod Influence Graduate, fell apart. Tears were actually at the start, I remember this, were associated with New Wave, kind of the synthesizer bands of the early 80s. Later, the band branched out into more mainstream pop, and then they had some international chart success when they got hooked up with MTV and had that MTV-driven second British invasion. Remember that? The band's debut album, The Hurtin', reached number 1 in the UK. Their second, Songs from the Big Chair, reached number 1 in the US and in UK, achieved multi-platinum status in both UK and US. They split in 1991, got back together in 2000, and have been together since. And there we go. It's going to be Tears for Fears. So we'll do, what can we do? Four with the boys in there, and come back and do a little rock and roll triv with maybe one more sponsor. All right, Dave, let's do a quick 4. They're pretty cool. And included in the 4, off Alice Cooper's new album, which is a very good album, Detroit Stories, Our Love Will Change the World. Then one of my old favorites, the great cover of Shotgun done by The Fudge, Psychedelic Sounds. And then off the Underground Garage, the owner, the commander of the Underground Garage, live, I Am a Patriot, Little Stevens and the Disciples, Soul Fire Alive. So without further anything, let the boys from Tears from Fears lead us off.
And the river opens for the righteous. And the river opens for the righteous. And the river opens for the righteous. And the river opens for the righteous.
Someday I was walking with my brother, and he wondered what's on my mind. Said what I believe in my soul, and what I see with my eyes.
a cynical machine now that'll never run out of steam. We're all pessimistic creeps, or so it seems, 'cause that's how we're living. Our love will change the world. Our love will change the world into a strange place that you won't recognize. When you look into its eyes, our love will change the world. Our love will change the world. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it anyhow. We don't have near enough time to even dream of committing a crime. Got no future, got no reason, got no rhyme, 'cause that's all we're given. We'll kill any possibility or any illusion of synchronicity, 'cause that's been effective to a certain degree. Ooh, our love will change the world. Our love will change the world into a strange place that you won't recognize. When you look into its eyes, our love will change the world. Our love will change the world. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it somehow. So little regard, so very little regard for anything. We've got something against so much, and it's only beginning. Our love will change the world. Our love will change the world into a strange place that you won't recognize. When you look into its eyes, our love will change the world. Our love will change the world. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it anyhow. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it anyhow. You may not like it now, but you'll get used to it anyhow. You'll get used to it anyhow. You'll get used to it somehow. Change the world.
It's really clear, powerful recording, isn't it? But there's nothing like Carmen. Double bassing, smooth rolls with his feet. You just can't beat it, can you? Wow. I always loved Shotgun. Used to really roar. Little Steven did a real nice job on I Am a Patriot. And then the boys gave you off the songs from the big chair, the one that went double platinum, multiple platinum, I should say, 85, Giving You Broken. Well, as we round the corner and head into the stretch, I'm not sure if Rock and Roll Triv or, sponsors, I think they got their share tonight, didn't they? Let's do that. I don't have anything great to say. Well, guess what? We don't have a show lined up at 163. We barely started. Want to make sure Robbie was taken care of. So let's do both, Dave. Let's take a quick, short commercial break, come back with Rock and Roll Triv, and head into the final four, including one that Jeff can go out and his fans and have an extra cocktail for. How's that?
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. That means it could be you, your best man, your worst man. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org to know where you stand. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
All right. Very good. So give me a little rock and roll Triv music, Dave, and we'll be right back up to speed. What was the distinguishing feature of Jimi Hendrix's guitar? He never tuned it because he thought the music was more real that way. He was left-handed, played a right-handed guitar with the strings inverted. It was missing a chord. Well, There's really, the answer is pretty great because he's left-handed, played a right-handed guitar with the strings inverted. Only Jimmy could play something like that. That is for sure. Well, I especially enjoyed this program because it had a kind of a triple header. The commissioner, a triple request for his brothers, our love boat story. It's on my birthday. We titled the show The Commish. I missed some of our current sporting events that I believe we might get back. Miss a little of that live poker. But we played some music, and I'm happy for that. And so I think heading into the last, we've got, what have we got here? Well, I'm going to end it, I told you, with Post Toasty, because you can just roll with that. It's about 8-9 minutes long. And turn it off when you want or play it as long as you want. Whatever you please to do. It's at the end that gives you a chance for one, maybe 2 cocktails if you like. Then one of the old greats, I played it 1,000 times in 3 or 4 of my bands. The Animals, House of the Rising Sun, Midnight Rider from the Allman Brothers, also love that. Then, of course, one of my favorite new groups from Austin, 2020, Lights Out, All Them Witches. So taking time out from here, I want to thank everybody who has downloaded. Robbie led the charge. He helped us. We finally got over 100 on YouTube. So that should be giving us our custom channel. Very much appreciated, Robbie, and everybody else who reached out. Thank you all for downloading our app. Please go to the Apple Store or Google Play Store. Find us, download the app, share it if you would. That's how we build our audience and hopefully expose more people to the music that you like and the music that allows the show to grow almost on a weekly basis. And you can set up in your phone, you can set up in settings, notifications. You can find out when Grayson wakes up. You can find out when the next show comes on. Or you can just tap right into the stream and listen to whatever's going on. You can look at the on-demand section and pick what you want. All that pretty much should be available right now. Of course, thank again all you fans. You've made it great. Many countries, many reach outs. I just got a happy birthday. I saw it come across the screen from Lone Kingo of the Caper Clans from Denmark. She just sent me a happy birthday, which I appreciate that. Got tons of them today. And thank you all very much. I try to answer them all because I very much appreciate it. And, so we'll lead it right off at the top. Dave Angel playing like a Spartan, like a champion, pushing everything around. Said, I'll bring Robbie's triple in for him. He probably gave it a wonderful name, did he not? And then T-Bone Anderson coming up with all different kinds of ideas, trying to battle, bringing his Facebook home, and the proud grandfather of Calum Ulysses Anderson. Hopefully I pronounced that right. About 10 days after little Jackson cruised at the street. So those two boys will be battling through their life. They're 10 days apart. Presents will rain in on them. Hopefully they'll be brought up by the good families that that birthed them. Baby Ruth. What can I say, Baby Ruth? You are very close to finishing the formula for your protein bar. Denise Bonney doing a great job on social media. Marlene shipping in at the TPP ship, doing a great job. She's not happy with me. She's now the T-shirt maven, sending out T-shirts to our fans. You know how to get that. 602-935-0545. Harry, I'd like this shirt. Internet Radio Man. Medium. I saw it at the shop. My name, I live on, I don't know, whatever. Gettysburg Street in Philly. 1313 Gettysburg Street, Philadelphia. 81436. My name is, we'll send it out to you. You don't even have to do a request. Marv De Leon, Howard Steele, sound engineer extraordinaire, who in about 2 days is going to beef this baby up again. Mike LeBove for all your contributions. Alex Bonello, driving your ship around and driving it around properly. Shelley, because she will get her 5th camera installed so she can be looked at all over the place. Shelley, because she's Chrissy's mom. And I'm sure I've forgotten 2 to 3 people, but you know I love you and care about you, and thank you everybody for the happy birthdays today. I know this will be played like the 26th or 19th of March, but it's on my birthday and I'm doing it then, and I very much appreciate it. So let's take off. Let's hit the last four. Gucciate, fore, I, suata, o, con, isa.
got one foot on the platform and one foot in the grave, but my ears is on RadioWilderLive.com.
There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sewed my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and trouble, and the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drum. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your lives in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well,
good. I hope I get me some sleep tonight. Well, I don't know what we're wrong. It seems like nothing is right. Well, I don't know what we're wrong. I hope I get me some sleep tonight. So take it nice and easy. Leave the chorus in the pit. Don't let your mind push those things. Like a lot of my friends did. Just keep me out of LA. Things are crazy out there. The people that I've been meeting, seems I've got to beware. Well, I don't know what we're wrong. It seems like nothing is right. Well, I don't know what we're wrong. I hope I get me some sleep tonight. So take it nice and easy. Leave the chorus in the pit. Don't let your mind post those things. Like a lot of my friends
You've been listening to RWL number 162, The Commish, a special request edition for Harry's pal Robbie, The Commish. Yeah, and that really wasn't the Wolfman, but, if he was still around, I know he'd be hanging out with the Internet Radio Man. Hope you enjoyed it, and hope you'll be with us next week on RadioWilderLive.com. Thanks for listening.
Take